आपतिता प्रभु नाही त्रिभुवाने दंते त्रिन धारी न कराये सदा नरोत्तम दास गौरंग करुणा करो दीनहीन जाने समापतिता प्रभु नाही त्रिभुवाने गौरंग करुणा करो दीनहीन जाने समापतिता नाही त्रिभुवाने Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Srila Das Thakur ki. Please read, anybody? One devotee, one. Please read this translation.
Show your mercy to this lowly and destitute soul. O Lord, there is no one more fallen than myself in all the three worlds.
Second one.
Holding grass between my teeth. O Lord Gora, I'm calling out to you now. Please be compassionate upon me and come to reside within the temple of my heart.
Third one, Prabhu.
If you do not give your mercy, seeing how fallen I am, then why are you known as Patita Pavana, the merciful savior of the fallen?
Fourth one.
I am plunged amidst the violent hurricane-stricken waves in the ocean of this material world, from which there is no escape. Kindly give me the gift of your divine lotus feet, which are compared to a boat in which your servant may cross over the ocean.
Last one, fifth one. Hari Bol. Sri Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. So, Patita Pavana Gaura Hari ki jai. He's thinking, he's meditating upon the Lord Gauranga's lotus feet and his mercy. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaura Krishna. Most munificent and magnanimous incarnation of Supreme Lord. So, with this, we will start our Bhagavatam session today. I welcome you all the morning Bhagavatam session. So we'll start with quick again. Let me sing this one. No mridanga, no problem. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivara Dhari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Shri Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र शताभय चंद्रानंद भक्ति वेदांत श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीडी फाउंडर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। So we'll start. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोकी भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांगने। We are reading from Srimad Bhāgavatam, Canto 4, entitled as the status quo. Sorry, the creation of the fourth order. The creation of the fourth order, and we are in chapter 6. Brahma satisfies Lord Shiva. I will increase this font. Yeah. Text 41. Yeah, we have seen from His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj. First we will read word by word words, then we will recite. Tata apare siddhagana maharshibhi ye vai samantad anu nilalohitam namaskruta praha shashanka shekaram कृतप्रणामं प्रहसन् इव आत्मभुः तथा परे सिद्धगणा महर्षिभिर्ये वै समन्ताद् अनुनीललोहितम् नमस्कृता प्राह शशाङ्कशेखरम् कृतप्रणामं प्रहसन् इवात्मभुः तथा परे सिद्धगणा महर्षिभिर्ये वै समन्ताद् अनुनीललोहितम् नमस्कृता प्राह शशाङ्कशेखरम् कृतप्रणामं प्रहसन् इवात्मभुः तथा परे सिद्धगणा महर्षिभिर्ये वै समन्ताद् अनुनीललोहितम् नमस्कृता प्राह शशाङ्कशेखरम् कृतप्रणामं प्रहसन् इवात्मभुः। Please recite. तथा परे सिद्धगणा महर्षिभिर्ये वै समन्ताद् अनुनीललोहितम् नमस्कृता प्राह शशाङ्कशेखरम् कृता प्रणामं प्रहसन् इवात्मभुः तथा परे सिद्धगणा महर्षिभिर्ये वै समन्ताद् अनुनीललोहितम् नमस्कृता प्राह शशाङ्कशेखरम् कृतप्रणामं प्रहसन् इवात्मभुः तथा परे सिद्धगणा महर्षिभिर्ये वै समन्ताद् अनुनीललोहितम् नमस्कृता प्राह शशाङ्कशेखरम्
Sannivatmahu.
Krita pranamam prahasan ivatmabuhu. Mother is anybody? Hare Krishna. Oh, no attention. Okay. So we'll read word by word. Tata, so, apare, the others. Siddhagana, the Siddhas. Maharshibhi, along with the great sages. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Ye, who, why, indeed. Samantad, from all sides. Anu, after. Neela Lohitam, Lord Shiva. Namaskruta, making obeisances. Praha, said. Shashanka Shekaram, to Lord Shiva. Krita Pranamam, having made obeisances. Prahasan, Prahasan, smiling. Iva, as. Atmabhuhu, Lord Brahma. Translation purport by Abhayacharnaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. All the sages who were sitting with Lord Shiva, all the sages who were sitting with Lord Shiva, such as Narada and others, also offered their respectable obeisances to Lord Brahma. After being so worshipped, Lord Brahma, smiling, began to speak to Lord Shiva. Purport. Lord Brahma was smiling because he knew that Lord Shiva is not only easily satisfied but easily irritated as well. He was afraid that Lord Shiva might be in angry mood because he had lost his wife and had been insulted by Daksha. In order to conceal this fear, he smiled and addressed Lord Shiva as follows. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। मम पवित्र पवित्रो सर्वावसङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सबाह्यभ्यन्तरं श्रीविष्णु श्रीविष्णु ॐ तद्विष्णु परमं पदं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्यं दिव्या चक्षुराततं सद्विकासविपन्यो जागृहं। Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare. Thank you so much for presence, all of you devotees. First, I seek blessings from senior Prabhupada disciples, His Grace Ansaru Prabhu, and Mataji, Her Grace Nanda Mataji. Thank you so much for coming here and bless us. Thank you. I am seeking your blessings, Mataji, and Jai Sri Mataji, and Ram Rai Prabhu, and all of assembly devotees, Arjunan Prabhu, our youth leader, BOS, Haribol. Thank you so much. So, so let us have a quick understanding. Before this, let me read one more time this translation as well as some points from purport, Prabhupada's purports. All the sages who were sitting with Lord Shiva, such as Narada and others, also offered one nice picture. Let me show. So that's nice meditation. We'll get it here. So here, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Narada Muni in that assembly. Okay. Lord Shiva, such as Narada and others, also offered their respectful obeisances to Lord Brahma. After being so worshipped, Lord Brahma, smiling, and began to speak to Lord Shiva, concealing. Lord Brahma was smiling because he knew that Lord Shiva is Ashutosha. Prabhupada mentioned here the meaning, nice meaning also. We all know that one. But let me see, let me share here. Ashutosha. What is the meaning of Ashutosha? Lord Shiva is also called Ashutosha. Ashu means very soon, and Tosha means to become satisfied. Easily satisfied as well as easily gets anger also, irritated also. He was afraid that Lord Shiva might be in an angry mood. Who is thinking here? Brahma. He was afraid. that Lord Shiva might be in angry mood because he had what happened to him? He had lost his wife and had been insulted by Daksha. In order to conceal this fear, he smiled and addressed Lord Shiva as follows. Okay. So this chapter entitled as here Brahma satisfied Lord Shiva. So we are here in the text 41. So let us see actually some sections there, and we are not going to go all the sections. First 1-2 verse talks about demigods approach to Lord Brahma. Those are the verses we see. And 9 to 22 description of Kailasa hill, all those verses from 9th verse to 22nd verse. So description of Kailasa hill, how it looks like, what are the inhabitants are. So we have seen that one in those particular verses, descriptions. Okay, so now 23 to 31 description of Alaka region, that particular lake, and all the flowers, various beautiful things. So in this is the context for today. 32 to 41 darshan of Lord Shiva as seen by the demigods. So these are the set of verses 32 onwards till 41. So today we are discussing about 41. With this context is going to be okay. So 32 talks about the banyan tree was 100 yojanas high. 33 Shiva was grave. But before that, let me show something better to connect these things. Okay, PDF now. Slide. All right. Actually, I put Prabhupada's meditation, while preparing this class. I wanted to have some kind of meditation, without Prabhupada mercy, we are not here, right? So he started a very humble beginning, in 1966. ISKCON started. I just want to have some meditation. So you also see nice pictures. All these pictures from New York City, Tompkins Square Park, and Matchless with that storefront he started. Right. Okay. Before that again, so this is a prayer from Prithumaraja's prayer. How to remember Prabhupada? How can we pay off this? We cannot pay actually. The great benediction we got through the scriptures and Prabhupada's purports. So we see who have rendered unlimited service by explaining the path of self-realization, right? Prabhupada given so much knowledge, small books, conversations, recordings, and purports by explaining the path of self-realization in relation to the Supreme Personality of God, and whose explanations are given for our enlightenment with complete conviction and Vedic evidence. Remembering Prabhupada with this verse, Yaidrushi Bhagavato Gatiratma Vada Ekantato Nigamabhi Pratipadate Naha Tusyantva Bhadra Karuna Swakrutena Nitya Ko Nama Tat Pratikarod Vinoda Patra. What we can do? We just have to remember always his gratefulness and mercifulness. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one more verse I just pointed out from the scripture from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila. Just remembering Gauranga, we get it. The verse see. Things that are very difficult to do become easy to execute if one. What is the verse particular? Dushkaram Sukaram Bhavet. So remembering Lord Gauranga, most merciful incarnation, right? Namo Mahavadanyaya. So Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki jai. Our yesterday's darshan I just put. Okay, same. So before that, I wanted to share connection. So how this Bhagavatam, this particular verses, particular pastime started. This from fourth canto, genealogical table of daughters of Manu. So anybody know? One question to all of you. Anybody know who is a wife of Daksha? You are there. You correct, Prabhu, but I am asking anybody. Okay, that Prasuti only. Okay, we'll talk about that. So genealogical table of the daughters of Manu. So Manu, who is then? Who is Prasuti? No, don't tell. Who is Prasuti? Who is Prasuti?
The wife of Daksha.
Huh? Wife of Daksha. Correct. Again, daughter of Manu. Swayambhuva Manu. Okay. These are the pastimes described in the Srimad Bhāgavatam Canto 2, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, and 4.5. All these Daksha Daksha Yajna, it's called. Okay. So this is the connection. Let us understand. Anybody happy to read? Anybody like to read or happy to read? Haribol? Very nice. From this you get to know everything. On this, you can take this one also.
The fourth canto, Maitreya continues to describe the family lines of Swambhuva Manu's descendants. Manu had three daughters, Devahuti, Akuti, and Prasuti, and two sons, Uttanapada and Priyavrata. Akuti married Prajapati Ruchi, and they begot Yajna and Dakshina. Devahuti's 9 daughters were married to 9 powerful sages. One of these 9 daughters, Anasuya, married Atri, and they begot Dattatreya, Soma, and Durvasa, the partial expansions of Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva, respectively. Prasuti married Prajapati Daksha and begot 16 daughters, 13 of which were given to Dharma and one each to Agni, the Pitris, and Lord Shiva. Sati married Lord Shiva, but she had no children, as she gave up her body prematurely due to a conflict between her husband and her father.
Thank you, Prabhu. So this one also there. So we'll read. But before that, so this is the connection. Okay, from Bhagavatam we see. Swayambhu Manu had three daughters: Devahuti, Akuti, Prasuti. This bracket it is mentioned that cantos. Okay, third canto, 21 chapter to fourth canto, first chapter. So Devahuti past tense we have seen in that, and Akuti fourth canto, first chapter, and Prasuti we see now. Then we are reading this Dakshayagnya, right? So 4.1 to 7 chapter means fourth canto, first chapter to 7 chapters. So here, Prasuti married to Prajapati Daksha and we got 16 daughters, 13 of which were given to Dharma and one each to, and after 13, another 3 daughters, right? So Agni, Pitrus, and one each to Agni, the Pitrus, and the Lord Shiva. And Sati married to Lord Shiva. That's the connection. But she had no children as she gave up her body prematurely. We know that the story, Daksha Yajna, how that due to conflict between her husband and her father. 4.1. That starts from 4.1. That's now we see, right? 4.1. From there only. Okay, so now here, Lord Shiva and Daksha and Sati. So on explaining Sati's death, so this is a conversation between Vidura and Maitreya. Okay, in the Bhagavatam, there are loops of conversation. Loops means first Bhagavatam started off with anybody? Stop. You know everything, but I am asking. Bhagavatam started off with whom? First, it started off with whom? Haribol. Let us more interactive, please. Bhagavatam started off with whom? Who discussed in the first place? Bhagavatam. No, no. First started off with whom? Sutta Goswami, headed by Shaunaka Rishi. There are 60,000 sages. It started off with that. Next, in their discussion, they were discussing about this past time, Sukadeva Goswami and Parikshit Maharaj. And now in that third loop, we can say it's a third loop, Maitreya Muni and Vidura, Maitreya Rishi and Vidura. That's the discussion between them. So these are the discussion. In the conversation, they are describing about this past time. Okay, on explaining Sati's death, Maitreya narrated the very instructive episode of Daksha Yajna, 4.2 to 7, to second chapter and until 7 chapters. Fourth canto. The pride, envy, and resultant anger of Daksha made him blaspheme and offend an exalted personality called Lord Shiva. So three things: pride, envy, and anger. So those three, right? With that, he offended a great Vaishnava and great devotee called Lord Shiva, who is in this provoking situation exemplified the quality of tolerance. 4.2. Who? Lord Shiva. Tolerated. Daksha later began a sacrifice without inviting Shiva, but Sati wanted to attend. Her disobedience to her husband's good advice led to her being dishonored by Daksha and finally her death. So these are the chapters of fourth canto. To rectify the perpetrators by appropriate punishment, Lord Shiva sent Virabhadra, who disrupted Daksha's sacrifice and killed him. Such is the result of being proud, hard-hearted, and offensive to great souls. So Daksha's priests approached this. So this is where the connection. Okay, so we are reading in fourth canto, sixth chapter. Daksha's priests approached Lord Brahma, who then responsibly approached Lord Shiva to appease him. Being pleased, noble Shiva, in his mood of forgiveness, restored the destruction at the sacrifice and brought Daksha back to life, albeit with a goat's head. Daksha felt grateful and continued his incomplete sacrifice, in which Lord Shiva, Lord Vishnu appeared and wanted Daksha to respect everyone. So this is the connection we see. Okay, so we are here, this particular section, right? 32 to 41, Darshana of Lord Shiva as seen by the demigods. So we see the 32 description of the banyan tree, and 33 to 38 Shiva was sitting gravely under the banyan tree in Virasana, showing Tarka Mudra, surrounded by Kumaras, Kuvera, Narada. That's the previous verses, with an audience of great sages. 39 to 41, seeing Brahma, Lord Shiva offered respects. So, okay, now few things let us read. This verse, right? 4.6.41. So now, if we see this one, he is now after, of course, darshan of Lord Shiva is seen by the demigods. So these are the contexts we see. Shiva was grave and given up anger, surrounded by Kuveras and Kumaras. Shiva in perfection of Vidya Tapa Yoga, and he was sitting on deerskin, matted hair, staff, ashes, crescent moon, and speaking about the absolute truth. Shiva in Virasana, Tarka Mudra, and demigods and sages offered respects to Shiva. In spite of his exalted position, worshipable Shiva stood up, bowed down to Brahma respect. So Vaishnava etiquette, we can understand from the 40th verse. Yesterday, Pandava Prabhu described nicely, right? So this verse, sages offered respect to Brahma. After being so worshipped, Brahma smiling and began to speak. So see, uh, these are the continuation. Okay, if you see some points, the previous verse, actually this context, I mean, it's better to understand if we go through with this. From the Lord Shiva, darshan of Lord Shiva as seen by the demigods. So we see that Lord Shiva was sitting, and the note point from the 34th verse is Lord Shiva's association with Kumaras and Kuvera indicates that he has all the transcendental and material opulences. Prabhupada writes, right, in the purports all the time. Whenever he see Lord Shiva's, in the context, Vaishnavanam Yathasham always refers that particular verse from Srimad Bhāgavatam. Um, Lord Shiva was situated in perfection of Vidya, Tapa, and Yoga. Yoga means the devotional service. But he meditates, upon Supreme Lord as the master of the senses, Adishwaram, and the friend of the universe, Vishwa Suhrudam. He was performing austerities to benefit the whole world out of his affection for all jivas, Vatsalya, Vatsalya Lokamangalam. So 35th verse, Prabhupada nicely written some points. Let me just want to revisit and recollect a few things. I just open here. Lokamangalam. Yeah. Lord Shiva described here as Adishwara. Ishvara means controller, and Adishwara means particularly controller of the senses. How to understand? Actually, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Ruchate, right? Krishna is the controller of the senses, right? And how do we understand? Prabhupada only gives the clarification here. Let us see. Control of the senses. Generally, our materially contaminated
I was just passing the mic. I mean, just one question comes to my mind. Uh, why is it said that Lord Shiva is easily satisfied as well as easily irritated? Because it sounds like a conditioned soul. Genuine question.